Bit of royal news roundup just to share with you. I know we do like to share, don't we? Are you all right today, by the way? Yes. Can you cope with everything? I know. Thank you as ever for your support with all the other videos. It truly is appreciated. Like your feedback. I'm glad so many people agree with me about the Dame Sharon White, the CEO of John Lewis, Waitrose, whatever. It does seem failure is rewarded. And you know why? In my time, I'm sure it was like that in your time, if you did something wrong or you'd been a bit of a failure, you kept your head down, didn't you? Just hoped that nobody would ever remember it. Now they virtually celebrate failure. It's incredible when you think, isn't it? Let me tell you a couple of bits of news that may cheer you up or at least make you smile. As you know, a couple of days ago, the newspapers were full of everything regarding Meghan Markle and a perhaps chance to go over and become a member closer to the United States White House. Now, as you know, over here we have a program, a little watch breakfast show called Good Morning Britain. It's not the sharpest tool in the box. You know, we have to be blunt about this. This was the show that Meghan complained to about the breakfast show host, and then he was gone. So you get the picture of how powerful they think they are. But you see, on the day that this particular story was breaking, this is the speed and the level of how quick this show works. Let me explain. Excited speculation at ITV's Good Morning Britain as it kicked off Monday's early morning news show, asking if Meghan Markle might be parachuted into the US Senate to replace the recently deceased Californian Senator Dianne Feinstein. Presenter Ed Balls, a former MP himself, kicked around the pros and cons of Senator Markle. The problem is, everybody knew, even by the time the programme had gone on air, that this was a non-story. You know, they picked someone else, and Meghan certainly wasn't in the running. But this is what I'm saying about the mainstream media and how trashy it's become. They had no other story segment to fill it with, and they booked two guests. So they kicked around this story saying, but what if that person had not been selected? How would Meghan have coped? You get how daft it really is. I mean, truly, this is the level that people are now having to watch masquerading as news. On a lighter note, let me point out that the BBC correspondent, the royal reporter of 47 years at the BBC, Nicholas Winchell, is retiring in the early part of next year. Done the royal beat for many years now, but really, if we're all honest, he's kind of famous for the fact that in 2005, at a particular delicate royal photo call, shall we say, His Royal Highness, the then Prince Charles, basically had a microphone on, you know, and he was chatting off camera, or so he thought. And he alluded to the fact that he couldn't bear Mr. Winchell. I've asked Nicholas about this on a number of occasions, and he said actually he holds no grudge. And basically, it helped him put his name on the map as a royal reporter. Interesting, because as I believe, while they were never the best of friends, certainly the king as he is now, King Charles, and Queen Camilla, have eased the path when they've seen him on the royal rota. So there's nothing like bad publicity. And truly, is it that bad, at least to be acknowledged by someone like King Charles, who literally put your name on the map? As for the other show, as I said, everything take with a pinch of salt, even when they pay that presenter £1 million a year. If truly is that journalism, truly, where are we at? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.